Dziękuję, Edward is einem Dom. Hello, my name is Edward. Fulcha, welcome. Whoa, I still have my fucking thing on. Essential Antevrenu Borglofa. This is the Rot Gut Review, and this is an impromptu stream. Thank you all for finding it and coming on, because I did not put this up with any advance notice. I had no plans to stream tonight, but I'm doing it anyway. We're doing it. So why are we doing it? Why are we doing Irish whiskey tonight? Also, I should say hi to our wonderful people who are already in the chat. Look at these people. Sugar Kitty, who is asking, who is I Impromptu? Yes, he is a famous architect. He's the one who built the Eiffel Tower. Yes. AJ Lopez is here. Eli Cook is here. And Floydian is listening while he drives home. That's awesome. Thank you guys for stopping by. So, why are we doing Irish whiskey tonight? Tonight, usually I've been streaming on the, well, first of all, before we get into that, I should say you may have noticed there's been something of a dearth of content on the channel as of late. And I apologize for that. I don't think I put up a video last week. That sucked. And I didn't do a stream. So you're getting 2 streams this week. 2. Reason being, I just started a new job. Yeah, I left the liquor store. I'm over with a distributor now. I'm working for Breakthrough Beverage. So this is my second week. Last week was my first week. And things were a little crazy. Getting into the new job, doing all that. So kind of took a break from content for a little while. Trust me, we got content coming this week. I promise you. Starting with today, right now, right here, what you're watching. Hey, Andrew, what's going on? Good to see you. And I did want to let all our patrons know also that we will be having Patreon-only content coming back soon as well. Trust me, that's coming as well. Sorry you've had to wait so long. Dave, what's up? Eli Cook. Actually, right now I'm in merchandising. So my reppingness is not too much, but hopefully they'll have some sales stuff for me to do sometime in the future. Jason Coates, good to see you. Donald Rance, Irish Whiskey Yoda himself. That's awesome. Sugar Kitty 2 streams. I thought only snakes could do that. All right, so why are we doing Irish whiskey tonight? Tonight, depending on where you are in the world, is the 12th of July. Now, the 12th of July is traditionally an opportunity for people in Northern Ireland some people in the community in Northern Ireland to celebrate the Battle of the Boyne, which was the more or less the final battle of the Glorious Revolution, when King William of Orange defeated the Jacobites and basically retook or reconquered Ireland. So if you know anything about Northern Ireland, there's a lot of sectarian conflict because a lot of Protestants moved into the north of Ireland, and there was a Catholic majority already there. That continues, or now there's a Catholic minority there. There's been conflict between the two sides to this day. And the 12th has been something of an issue, right? Because it's a day that, the Orangeman's Day, or the Glorious 12th, it's the day that has signified the rise of the Protestant Ascendancy in Ireland generally and Northern Ireland specifically, which obviously a lot of conflict led to a series of revolutions, then a civil war, then the Troubles. It's a whole fucking thing. But today, Northern Ireland is at peace. Northern Ireland is at peace. And the two communities, both in Northern Ireland and in the diaspora, are coming together more and more than ever before. David says Catholics are technically the majority again after the latest census. Yeah, the Catholics tend to have more babies. So, reason I wanted to do this stream is because in the interest of talking about peace and cross-border love and communication and all that stuff, and with my mother being Catholic and my father being Protestant, although he's way less politically active than she is, this is an opportunity to celebrate Irish whiskey in general and Irish whiskey from both sides of the border. Because today, there is no longer Protestant whiskey, there is no longer Catholic whiskey, there is no longer Fenian whiskey or Unionist whiskey, there is just whiskey. And it's good, and it's amazing, and we should all be drinking it. And that's what we're here to celebrate tonight. All right? Let's do it. Bottle Baron, what's up, man? Will the second stream feature rye only? It is not going to feature rye only. Actually, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what that's going to be. I actually picked up some weird stuff. Trader Joe's has some new whiskey. At least it's new to me. I don't know if you guys have tried this. We're going to be doing Trader Joe's whiskey. We're gonna check out what's going on with that. I think Mr. Whiskey Shits is here. Good to see you, buddy. So, I'm also excited. I'm wearing my Dublin jersey because for the first time on video, I'm going to get to try the Teeling Pot Still. This is the Spirit of Dublin. So, yes, we are going to have the Spirit of Dublin on the stream. This is the Teeling Pot Still. I believe this is the second. This is, the second edition, or the second release of the Teeling Pot Still. I haven't gotten to really have this. I did take the neck pour off the top, but I haven't had it on stream or on video. So we're going to do that. We're going to have that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. But yeah, so I also wanted, as long as we're talking about stuff from the north, let's talk about Bushmills, because I actually really love Red Bush. I really love Red Bush. I don't know. That also sounds dirty every time I say it. I really love Red Bush. I don't mean that to sound dirty. It just sounds dirty in my head. I actually really do like Red Bush. And I don't necessarily like all of Bushmills products. I don't. I think plenty of people have heard me say that Bushmills 16 is the devil, because that port finish just turns me off. Yes, we are doing this guy first, the Red Bush. The Red Bush. Yes, and we should mention, Donald Rance is saying, coming from a militant Protestant on his father's side, he would hear about orange parades, the glorious 12th, etc. We should mention, part of the reason there's been conflict is because, especially, Drumcree, the Protestant parades celebrating their victory tend to go through or past Catholic nationalist areas, which has led them to be being labeled triumphalist, sectarian, supremacist, etc., which could be a valid argument. But hopefully today, in this more peaceful, loving age, those parades are going to be less about triumphalism and supremacy and more about celebrating the British-Irish identity, which I know sounds like an oxymoron, but hopefully that's what it's going to be. More about celebrating everybody's identities, both on the unionist side and on the nationalist side. Because why shouldn't a Catholic be able to celebrate the 12th? Why shouldn't a Protestant be able to celebrate Easter and St. Patrick's Day? Right? Right. Oh, I did not know that. The grain in the Bushmills blends comes from Middleton. I did not actually know that. Emily Chambers, yes. Well, isn't that why the Dutch started selling only orange carrots? I'm pretty sure. Because it used to be you could get carrots of any color, but the Dutch started selling orange carrots specifically because the House of Orange was their royal house and they wanted to sell orange stuff, so they started selling orange carrots. I think that might have been how it happened. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yes, go get your Teeling small batch. I have a little right here. I might have to drink some of that with you. Emily Chambers has got to run. So, you haven't tried the Bushmills, the Bushmills Red Bush. So this is actually all bourbon cask. I mean, obviously some of it is refill bourbon cask. And it's only 3 years. It's got the minimum age statement of 3 years. So it does have kind of a sharp, grainy thing. I mean, it is partially grain whiskey. Obviously, it's a blended whiskey. There is a sharper, sparkly, grainy note. But I don't know. The caramely, the vanilla-y, just the little bit of that kind of woodiness. It's not, for 3 years old, it's pretty solid. And that's what I think. I think the Irish make some of the best really young whiskey and the best whiskey at 40% alcohol. Like, there may be other whiskeys I like at higher proofs, but the Irish can make some damn good 40%ers. It is really surprising how well they do. Jason Coates, as an evangelical atheist, I am compelled to recognize what a ridiculous generational conflict this has all been. I mean, and that's the thing. The religious element really isn't the main point. It's really an ethno-political conflict that had religious elements. But the whole point is, the point of it really is, it's ridiculous. The sectarianism, the fighting, the hatred, the bullshit, the scrimmaging over where the border should be and who should be in charge of this and that and the other thing. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And we should all be able to come together and hang out. Donald likes the Black Bush. Is a Black Bush that's sherry influenced a little bit, right? Yeah, I just really dig this, man. I just really dig this. Those bourbon casks, I feel like when you mix them with sometimes Scottish distillate too, but Irish distillate in particular, you get some fun tropical notes. Kind of pineapple, papaya, like a red apple. Definitely red apple. That's not a tropical fruit, but I definitely get red apple. Cool Running says, before the Troubles, Catholics came out to watch the 12th parade. I didn't know that. See that, and that's the thing. The Troubles did. There was a lot of horrifying, absolutely terrible, terrible shit that happened during the Troubles. From both sides, certainly. But that does not absolve blame from either side. There were some horrible, absolutely awful things that were done. And I don't think anybody wants to ever go back to that shit. I was born, 2 years before Good Friday? So my ma was over there while some of that was happening. She said it was awful. David says his granddad was English, married an Irish Catholic. Her dad died a year after they met, saying that his daughter would never marry one of King Henry's bastards. They got married a day after he died. Good for them. Good for them. See, true love conquers all. Love over fear. That is the theme of this stream. Love over fear, and Irish whiskey is delicious. And then here comes AJ Lopez trying to stir up shit. Come on, AJ. This is supposed to be a peaceful stream. We're forgetting bygones. We're letting shit go. It's all about love. Love and peace and alcohol. All right. Before we go any further, let's break out this Teeling pot still. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most people who watch this stream already know, but just in case you don't, pot still whiskey was invented at the end of the 1700s to avoid malt tax. So the British government decided we're going to tax malt. Irish distillers said, fuck that. We'll just start using unmalted barley. Now, the happy coincidence was that it added a little bit more spice to the whiskey, a little bit more of a bristle, as they call it. So they just kept doing it. And the Teeling single pot still does include up to, I believe, 50% unmalted barley. And 50% unmalted spring barley, 50% barley, triple distilled, matured in hand-selected casks. I always find it funny when they say hand-selected. Aren't pretty much all casks hand-selected? Don't you have to select casks anyway? I don't know what that means. I never know what that means. But of course, the style, love and peace and alcohol and Father Ted. Feck off, cup. I know I'm familiar with Shankill and Kingsford, and there was a lot of horrible stuff. The IRA did a lot of absolutely awful things to many of its own people in the Catholic community. The Ulster Volunteer Force and them targeted civilians as well. And obviously then there were bombings that killed children in the mainland of Britain. It was just, nobody ever wants to go back there. And we shouldn't. Donald says he really doesn't like that whiskey. Oh, shit. All right. I mean, I really haven't gotten into it. I had just a little sip just to take the neck pour off before we started this stream. We're going to find out what's going on there. You can select them by forklift. There you go. That's the efficient way to do it. Oh, you made the same joke right after him. It's right after him in the comments. Jason Coates is saying, family friend here in town is from Belfast. He's a hotelier and was in Northern Ireland as well. He moved here after the 26th bombing at his hotel. Jesus. Yeah. Jason Busey is here. Good to see you, buddy. Yes. No. Dairy Girls is an amazing show. I love that show. It's hilarious. Fucking Erin with her like little, I can't even do the face she does. She does that little face. She does. Oh man. Okay, I'm not hating this at the first blush. Sugar Kitty says if she would to do it, it would be paw selected. So humans have to do it. Well, see, that's speciesist. I want to drink whiskey that's only selected by cats. I'm challenging some distillery out there. Do you have all your blending done by cats. Like have the cats. You can distill the whiskey yourself. You can age it yourself. But the blending, the actual blending, has to be done by felines. And then you can come up with some sort of clever name for it. I'm not getting a whole lot on this. I don't know. It smells just kind of sweet and fruity. Yeah, just kind of sweet and fruity. Like there's a little bit of a brown sugar thing. And what's the fruit though? Some sort of sweet fruit. They use Sautern's wine yeast. Weird. That is different. Yeah, this smells like kind of lemony. What is this? Lemony raspberry-y? I guess that makes it sound like pink lemonade. It's not pink lemonade though. It's Eric, wait. Sweet and fruity. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Sugar Kitty, I just assumed you were going to be Manx. Like a Manx cat. I don't know. There's a grassy kind of thing here. I guess there's kind of a grassy thing. Like there's a little caramel, there's a little vanilla. There's some standard notes, but mostly I'm just getting that fruity thing. And then like a slight young green. I guess it's not a young green note. Because usually a young green note, I think, is more yew, like yew branch. Like you strip the bark off a yew branch and, you know, you got that green sappy smell. This is more like cut grass. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite Irish whiskey for sure. I mean, this is like, I mean, if we're talking other blue things, obviously this guy right here blows it out of the water at first glance. But I don't hate it. Sugar Kitty says she has a tail. She's not Megs. Oh, and she says, you'll know the right barrels when I catnap on one. Now let me into the warehouse. Yeah. I mean, I like this well enough. I like this well enough. I don't know. It's kind of got a, I don't know. It does taste like you can taste the grain, is what I'll say. You certainly can taste the grain. It tastes kind of like if you've ever eaten like a handful of barley, which I have, or just like a couple pieces of barley, it kind of tastes like that. It kind of tastes like a malted milk ball, grainy, slightly peppery thing. Right? It kind of does. That yew note always interests me. I have no point of reference for it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's just what I get, especially on young corn whiskey. Corn whiskey or young bourbon. That's just what it reminds me of. That or like spoiled dairy almost. Like I don't know. It's a weird mix. It just reminds me of like when we would go, traipsing through the woods, and you'd just be bashing your way through, and you'd rip off a branch, and you'd get that green sappy underside. Yeah. I guess I see what you guys are saying in that there is kind of a young, sharp note right at the end. Like a young kind of headsy kind of note. But it's pretty limited from where I'm coming from. Like it feels pretty limited. I'm mostly just getting a kind of a caramely strawberry thing mixed with that grainy, malty, slightly spicy note. Well, that is true. That is true. For the price of Teeling, you're much better off with John's Lane. Because yes, this is expensive. For what you're paying, you are paying a lot for this guy. That is true. That is true. You're not wrong about that. I mean, if I didn't know the price, what did I pay for this? This was $80, because I got this up in Minnesota. They didn't even have it down here in Milwaukee. I was up in Minnesota for a minute when I picked this up. I think I got this for around 80, 85, which is heavy. That's fucking heavy. Yeah, no. I think this is a solid whiskey. I think this is a solid whiskey. Is it where I like the nose? I like the nose better than I like the taste. I'll say that much. The nose, that strawberry and lemony raspberry thing, I dig that. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it like a spigot. The taste, yeah. You know what it reminds me of? It actually reminds me of Tipperary a little bit. It's a little bit fuller than Tipperary. It has more caramel. It has more vanilla. It's more of that. Hey, there we go. Tom Lynch. What's going on? I never got to have their pot still. I'm very disappointed about that. I should hunt that down or get on somebody's ass about it. Get somebody to send me some goddamn pot still. David's saying they're so much better at the price they're asking for. That's true. Yeah, and Powers is so much cheaper in comparison. I think people really do sleep on Powers. Like, yeah, the pot still stuff from Powers, people sleep on it. And it's kind of a travesty because it's like, give it a chance, I think if it's not labeled as Redbreast or one of the spot range, they just assume it's not going to be as good. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Oh my God, yes. The Powers rebrand. I hate it. I hate it. It looks so bad. It looks like an industrial warning sign or something. It looks like the symbol you would put on a tank of petrol or I don't know, like something. It's something that's going to explode. Like, oh, I've got a big vat of kerosene. Let me put this big orange diamond P on it because that stands for something dangerous. It looks awful. It looks terrible. We are on. This is the second batch of the Teeling pot still right now. So this is the one that came out 4/20. 4/20/20. 4/20. It's illegal here. I don't smoke weed. It's illegal. I've never smoked weed in my life. I don't know. I don't even know what 4/20 means. Sugar Katie, Teeling pot still is 60. See, that's more reasonable. Yeah, that's way more reasonable. I paid way too much for it. I saw it and I was like, well, I got to try it, obviously. Although still, I think Powers is still going to be a better value. So that's, yeah. Yes. Yes. You should. You should try powers. You should. Explosions? I'm going to blow up Gotham Stadium. They have explosions. Yes, that's what it is. It looks like a hazmat sign on a truck transporting explosives. It does. It looks awful. It doesn't look like something you want to drink. It looks like something they put on bottles to warn children not to drink them. That's what it looks like. Paul Brian Bell says the diamond is because they cut from the heart of pot. There's a little diagram showing it. I mean, I did not know that's the reason they did that. And that's cool. However, it's still ugly as sin. Like that's the problem. Like I'm sure they have a good reason that they wanted to do it. It's still so ugly. I hate it. I just hate it. I really don't like it. Wesley, what's up, my man? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, the new gold is red. That is confusing, especially because a lot of places still have it labeled as gold label. And especially right now, where I'm working as a merchandiser, that's confusing for people. That's confusing for some of my coworkers who don't know whiskey as well, or don't know quite as much, and are like, wait, where am I supposed to put this? It's labeled as this. So yeah. All right. Speaking of the Boyne, I mean, this is the 12th, so we are talking. It is, we are talking about the Boyne and the Battle of the Boyne. Although, of course, this is not actually from the site of the Battle of the Boyne. It's in the Boyne Valley. Oh, Paul Bryan digs it. Okay. To each their own, to each their own. If you dig it, good on you. No, that's cool. I don't personally. I'm not a big fan. But maybe that's because I'm used to the old school version. Maybe people who are coming into it now are going to be like, oh yeah, that's what Powers looks like. So yeah, that's awesome. Maybe that's how it's going to go. I don't know. For me, I don't like it. All right. So yeah. Speaking of the Boyne, let's talk about Slane. So, Slane is triple casked, virgin, seasoned sherry barrels. I know a lot of people really love this one. I don't think we've ever actually had it on the show, which seems like an oversight, considering that we do Irish whiskey. We do drink a lot of Irish whiskey. So, yeah. Obviously, seasoned is just kind of another word for refill. So virgin oak, refill oak. So something that's probably been through the ringer at least once, well, twice after whatever was in it first, maybe. And then sherry casks. And then this is from Slane Castle, which is now, I believe, what is it? It's a music venue. Yeah, it's a music venue. They have concerts there. I think you can go on YouTube right now and watch Metallica at Slane Castle if you want to. Yeah. Beth Higgins, what's up, Beth? Yeah, this is the March. This is March 2, right? This is March number 2. So we got one Irish month. We're gonna do a second. We got another holiday to do an Irish thing for. That's why everyone should be celebrating both, because then you get double the holidays to drink Irish whiskey on. Stop just drinking Irish whiskey on St. Patrick's Day. Start drinking Irish whiskey all year round. There you go. I got you. David says, oh, it's Brown Foreman, so Jack Daniels casks. Which, see, here's my thing. Here's my thing about first fill bourbon, or in this case, Tennessee whiskey. Erica really loves it. I love it sometimes. It's got to be mixed with the right thing. I think a lot of people think of first fill bourbon or even like refill bourbon as just like a blank slate to kind of, it's like the base, right? It's just there to kind of, and then you put something on top of it. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think first fill bourbon, refill bourbon, they both add things, but in very specific ways. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Nate Bates, what's all this? Just drinking. Olam Ishkabaha. Actually, Olam Wid Ishkabaha. We are drinking whiskey. At least you all should be right now. If you're not, the fuck are you doing? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I like this. That's good shit. Yeah. And it's another 40%er. This is what I'm saying. I think the Irish do 40% better than anyone. 40% Scotch, generally not that great. 40% bourbon, generally not as flavorful as higher proof stuff. I think the Irish do 40% pretty well. The Root Binnies is showing Keeling Pot Still at 60. I overpaid apparently. Because I'm pretty sure I paid 80. I'd have to check my receipts. I think it was like, yeah, 80-ish, 79-ish. Oh, shit. AJ Lopez is going to test me. Craig Foylan, August, Job Flick. Oh, God. Something and... Oh, God damn it. Fuck. I am not sure. My Irish is not that good. Oh, I get by, but not that well. Oh, Beth Higgins is saying, compared to Jameson and Powers, I actually don't have any base Powers here, and I don't have any base Jameson. I do have Gold Reserve Jameson, but that is definitely not the same thing. That's definitely not the same thing. Though, from what I remember, a healthy heart and a wet mouth, that makes sense. I gotta say, yeah, right? 40% bourbon doesn't do that well. 40% Irish, I think works pretty goddamn well. I will say, when you looking at this, like smelling this, oh yeah, it is Brown Foreman. Look at that. I sell that now. Breakthrough Beverage. That's what I sell. I sell all the Brown Foreman stuff. So yeah, I move so much Jack Daniels. That's like 50% of my job is just moving Jack Daniels. And the other 50% is moving Tito's. So much Tito's. Oh my God. Yeah. Is this honeyed? It has a hint of raisin. Honey, raisin, a little bit of a fresh fruit. What is that? Mango? It's like kind of mango-y. It's got that kind of like underripe mango thing going on. Backed up with a little bit of that raisin. I'm assuming that's sherry barrel. The honey, I mean, I assume that's from that refill or the seasoned barrel. I'm not getting too much virgin influence on this, though. I'm assuming it's a relatively small amount is aged in virgin oak. I guess I'm not getting a whole lot of the things I usually expect from virgin oak, which is pretty heavy vanilla, pretty heavy caramel, pretty heavy that wood spice or tobacco, leather, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm guessing it's a relatively small amount of virgin oak compared to the other ones. I would guess if I had to. All the Gaelic people are Irish. That's how I see it. Oh, David says it wouldn't be a good comparison. Jameson and Powers are pot still and grain. Slain is malt. So where are they actually getting the malt from? Because they're not distilling this themselves, are they? I wouldn't guess. I would guess they're getting it from one of the big boys. If it's malt, it's probably Bushmills, isn't it? Yeah. I see what you're saying, David. Like a sponge cake kind of thing. I would say almost like kind of shortbready. Like a shortbread kind of thing. Yeah. Or like strawberry shortcake. Yeah, strawberry shortcake kind of. But maybe like it's the cake part, but without the strawberry, and you put in some other fruit. What other fruit would that be? I'm not sure. Maybe like boiled apple or something. Like a boiled apple kind of thing. Or like a cooked apple. Apple strudel. Like an apple shortcake strudel kind of thing. And that's the thing I like about this too, is it's not cloyingly sweet. I'm describing a lot of things that sound really sweet, right? And I think that's what I like about this, is it does have the smell and taste that I associate with those things. A little bit of that fruitiness and the cakiness, but it doesn't actually have a sweet mouth feel. It doesn't have like a really sweet feel on the mouth. It's still dry. It's still drying. Which for me is important. Some people like a really sweet feeling syrupy whiskey, I suppose. Not for me. So this is in a good place. This is in a good place. Ooh, guava. That's a good call. I like that. I like that. That's a good call. AJ is saying, I got a bottle of Gentleman Jack timepiece. Oh, way better than the standard offering. It's an older limited edition that was batched from slightly older barrels, and it makes a huge difference. That sounds really interesting. Huh. Yeah, because Gentleman Jack, for me, runs a little too smooth and easygoing, right? It's a little too meh, right? It goes down a little too easy. I want a little spice. So that'd be interesting to see what's up with the slightly older version. DMC, you should crack that. We had that on a stream, me and Erica actually really liked it. Erica really liked it. So yeah, you should definitely break that out. If Erica likes an Irish whiskey, you know that shit has to be good, because she doesn't drink a lot of Irish whiskey. What else did I want to do tonight? I had one other I feel like I set aside, and I don't know what I did with it. Did I say hi to you, Donner Pass? What's up, Donner Pass? My man out California. There it is. I think we had this on another stream, but I'm going to drink a little bit more of it. I think I had this on a stream with Clifton. Oh, yeah, we did this for St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'm going to drink a little bit more. This is Fighting 69th. The Fighting 69th. Here's the boys that fear no noise. Fighting 69th. If I remember correctly, their battle cry was Foch a Balach, or clear the way. I might be misremembering that, though. I'm sure someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So this is in honor of the Irish Brigade from New York, who fought in the Civil War. And actually is still a modern brigade as well. It's still a thing. Although I don't think you have to be Irish to get in anymore. I think they did away with that whole thing. Because, yeah, pretty sure they were deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan. Yes, there are more and more of these, aren't there? There are more and more Irish whiskey brands that aren't actually available in Ireland. Do you guys have Two Gingers over there? I feel like that's another one that is just like an American Irish whiskey brand. That and like, what else? Like Stonecutter or Stonebreaker? Or what the fuck is that one? That's like Irish American whiskey. There is a thing of American, because in Ireland, you don't have to bottle it before it leaves the country. So you can bring it over in a big old tote and bottle it over here, and it's still Irish whiskey. Or you can still put Irish whiskey on the label, which is a little different from how Scotch works, because you can't actually leave Scotland with a single malt. It has to be teaspooned, and then you can't put Scotch on it if it's bottled outside of the country. It's a whole big fucking thing. But the Irish are a little bit more loose with it. They're like, all right, you can have it. Yeah, see? Never heard of any of those. Oh, and Brothership, that's another one. There's a lot of people who are like making Irish whiskey that's like not, I mean, it's Irish whiskey. It's made in Ireland, but it's certainly not, it's not like, it's made for the American market. Stonebreaker. There we go. AJ Lopez says he wishes Proper 12 had stayed in Ireland. Oh, hell yeah. Speaking of which, can we all just be happy that fucking Conor McGregor had his leg broken? Fucking asshole. God damn it. And here's the thing. I don't want to wish harm on any human being. This is a stream about love and acceptance and peace and goodwill towards man. Except for fucking Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is such a goddamn shithead, and I was so happy to see him break his fucking leg. That stupid asshole. Fuck him. Fucking old man punching rapist fuckhead. What a douche. What an absolute douche. And his whiskey sucks. It's not even his whiskey anymore. He sold it to a Mexican conglomerate. Yeah, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck that guy. Anyway. Oh yeah, Keeper's Heart coming from O'Shaughnessy. That's actually one that I'm pretty cool with. I'm very excited to see what O'Shaughnessy Distilling does. They got Brian Nation is the distiller over there now. Apparently, with COVID, he's been having trouble getting over to the distillery. He's been, and I don't know exactly how it's worked because they travel restrictions and all that. He hasn't been able to get over there like full time. I think he only just moved full time, and now he's like trying to catch up because he's basically been telling them, okay, this is what I need you to do, but he's been having to do it from over in Ireland rather than over here. So, yeah. I'm glad. Seems like everybody agrees with me. Oh, here in Dublin, he always hangs around IRA affiliated drug gangs. Let's make it very clear. The dissident Republican element, they're not the IRA. I mean, they were never the IRA. The IRA was never the IRA. They're just criminals at this point. They're just a bunch of cocaine dealers. Don't get me started. We're not getting into politics. I like this. It's fine. It's fine. I'll say that. Fighting 69th is just fine. Oh, they usually smuggle heroin rather than coke. Well, so much better. Actually, so much worse. Yeah, no. Anyone who's still running around calling themselves the IRA. Look, the Provos were pieces of shit back in the day. Let's be honest. The Provos did some horrible, horrible things. But the people who came after them are even worse. They're not. There's no fucking political angle anymore. They're just a bunch of fucking criminals. Yeah. Beth Higgins, just fine. Put you in the friend corner. Yeah. Yeah. This is not bad. It's very okay. All right. Let's finish the night with something fun. You know what? I wonder, do I have anything Irish that we haven't had on the show yet? I don't know if I have anything that we haven't seen before. I think everything, yeah, pretty much everything we've had on the show before. So I'm going to finish out the night with a little bit of Blue Spot. Blue Spot. Yay! This, I have to say, has certainly, I think Blue Spot cast strength lived up to expectations. I think it. Bardstown Discovery. I don't actually have the new one yet. I don't actually have the 5 yet. I could buy it. I know people who have it. I could have bought it, but I mean, I don't know. I've done so many Bardstown reviews on this channel. I feel like I need to take a break. I don't know. And then, don't they have that top whiskey taster thing coming up right now? Whatever, it's world's top whiskey taster or some bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me wants to enter that and just do a really stupid, just asshole, ridiculous video. Just my entry video would just be being a complete dick. I don't think I want to. Not that I disrespect it. Not that I have any problem with it. I think it's a great competition. I know Matt won last year. I think it's awesome. He's doing way better than I am. He's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against Bardstown. I'm kind of an agent of chaos, and I really just want to put in the worst fucking entry video possible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do too. No, well, it's not my store anymore. I left. I'm with the middle tier now. Can I also tell you guys something? I hate the 3-tier system, and now that I'm like part of the middle tier, like I can't hate it because it pays my bills. You know, like it pays my bills. I can't badmouth it anymore because I'm totally part of it. Like retail, I was part of it, but I was on like this end. Now I'm right in the center of the 3-tier system. Oh, I did know that. Yeah, Mitchell still have their shop in East Dublin. I didn't actually know that. Yeah. Yeah. I know. They have regional events. I know. I don't even think I would make it to regionals. I think I would just make an ass of myself just before it, just doing the entry video. But that's kind of my thing. Oh, this makes me happy. Ooh, this makes me so happy. Oh, God, I love this. It was really good. Adam T. Yes. So, actually, I don't know if it was on this channel or if it was over on Clifton's channel. But we did a Redbreast lineup blind to see which we liked best, including the old cast strength and the new cast strength. Wait. Which cast strength are you talking about? The really new one or the recently new one? Because this was a couple months ago. Point being, I actually liked the new cast strength better than the old cast strength. So then that was back in March. So if they've come up with something since then, I have no idea. But back in March, I actually liked the new one better than the old one. Blind. So there you go. For what it's worth. I am going to have to pick up some Dunvilles. They have some at a Total Wine near me, so I'm going to have to go grab some. I've heard excellent things. I'm not over 30 yet. I'm still 29. I'm still 29. Oh, I could do the video and don't submit it. We'll be happy to see it. Yeah, that's fair. The recently new. No, I guess I haven't had that one. So, yeah. No, the one I had was still 12-year. So, no, it was not the NAS. So, although we all knew that was coming, right? I haven't actually seen an NAS one around here yet. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try it when it finally lands in Milwaukee in like a year and a half, because that's how things work here. Everything takes a year and a half to get to my ass. Why is this just so goddamn good? Oh, it's just so good. It's like, it's got that brown sugar. It's got that apricot. It's got that raisin. It's got that little bit of clove and black pepper. It's got like kind of a marzipan thing going on. Fuck yes. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. It's just so good, you guys. God damn. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. Actually, tell you what. I'm going to be finishing up this stream because I've got to go watch wrestling. Tonight's Monday Night Raw, and I never miss Monday Night Raw. But I believe I do have one more thing to drink on here. If I still have it, I wonder where I hid that. Or did Erica hide that? I wondered did Erica hide this somewhere? Or did I hide it? Okay, I'm going to put the stream on pause. I'm going to go find this bottle. And then I'm going to come back in a moment, okay? All right? You all stay toasty. Okay. All right. I'm back. Hey, Cheech! What's up, Cheech? It's good to see you, my dude. Yes, if you're not subscribed, why not? You could be, and that is so much better. What am I doing? Am I doing something terrible? I'm sure I'm doing something terrible. I don't remember what. I have no doubt that it's absolutely awful. All right. So to finish up this, the 12th, the Orangeman Day stream, we are going to have, it's not Irish whiskey. It's not actually Irish whiskey. It's Heaven's Door, but it's the Redbreast finished Heaven's Door. So if I can get this to focus, it's Redbreast straight bourbon whiskey finished in Irish whiskey casks. Oh, bye, David. Sancha. So it's 10 years old. It's straight bourbon whiskey. If I remember correctly, aren't they sourcing it from Cascade Hollow? Columbia, Tennessee. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Cascade Hollow. As you can see, there's already some missing from the bottle. I shared this with some coworkers before I left the old job, and it went over swimmingly. Let me tell you, people really loved it. Let's see if it still holds up. So it's Dickell's Door to Ireland. Yeah, pretty much. I may have to do like an actual review video on this, but you guys, because you came for an impromptu stream and you're awesome, get a little sneak peek. Just a little bit. Here's the only thing, though. I feel like coming from all these Irish whiskeys, which are flavorful, but they are certainly a bit more subtle in terms of their casking. I feel like my first sniff of this is going to just be, is all Tennessee and Cascade Hollow? No, it's just that George Dickel sells all of the whiskey in Tennessee because, to other people, to other producers, because Jack Daniels is way too busy selling their own shit to everybody else. Sweetens Cove? Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway. I gotta say, coming at this, obviously the biggest thing coming off of this, being that this is bourbon, is that it smells like caramel, vanilla, and corn. Obviously. It's straight bourbon. It's caramel, it's vanilla, it's corny, it's got all that. Oh, speaking of which, bubble bath. And I don't know if this is a trade secret. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge, so I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to tell you guys. If not, I'm about to get fired, but whatever. I've heard, and this is what I've heard, is that like Cat's Eye, all the Obtainium brands, they haven't been able to buy any bourbon right now because it's all going to Luxro products. Yeah, which is great. It's makes sense, right? It makes sense. It's just but that's why it's suddenly dried up. You can buy light whiskey and you can buy rye, and that's why there's Obtainium rye and light whiskey are still on the shelves, but you can't buy bourbon because it's all going to the new Luxro brands. At least that's what I've heard. That is secondhand from a distributor. So, take that with a grain of salt. But that's what I've heard anyway. Jesse Coates, you won't get fired. Nobody watches this. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Okay, good. Yeah. Good. I'm glad. We're good. I didn't know if that was common knowledge or not. I mean, I assumed it was, but I wanted to be sure. Okay, so the taste, the smell on this, I gotta say, is relatively normal bourbon / Tennessee whiskey. It's relatively normal. It's candy corn, vanilla, caramel, a little bit of oak. Yeah, actually quite a bit of oak. There's some oak spice there. It's not tannic per se. It's not super tannic. It's got a little bit of that tannic bite, but it's mostly that oaky wood spice, that tobacco, that leather. It's got a older leather kind of thing. But where it opens up and where it's cool is the taste. You get that redbreast on the taste. You get the redbreast on the taste for sure. Because it's got this marzipan, red berry, I guess kind of cranberry marzipan thing. Hey, Michael Hill, what's going on? Good to see you. But yeah, so marzipan and kind of a cranberry, like a tart red berry kind of thing. It's cool. And as much as you might think that might kind of clash with the cherry vanilla oakiness, it actually doesn't. It's a nice, it's like a cherry, it's like that, like a cherry vanilla cake, and you layered marzipan over the top, and it just kind of works. Yeah. I dig it. And it's got a nice peppery finish that hangs with you. It's got that hug. But yeah. Bubble Bath saying MGP contracts are still good though, so Old Elk and HTE aren't going anywhere. Well, Old Elk should be moving over to their own distillate within, well, they already have a little bit, I guess, some of it. But yeah, I guess. Because how much of, well, I guess the Old Elk Rye is probably still MGP, and probably the bourbon. Well, actually, the limited edition bourbon is probably still MGP. Well, no, because the limited edition bourbon is actually New York juice, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. People are going to have to start finding their own shit. Yeah, and Bardstown is going a lot more Tennessee now. Okay. Well, I think that is my time. I'm going to go watch wrestling. What Old Elk is from New York? It's which one is it? The Sour Mash Reserve, I'm pretty sure, actually has some New York juice in it. Bottled by Old Elk. Yeah. Bottled by Old Elk Distillery, distilled in New York. Yeah, this guy right here. The Sour Mash Reserve. This is batch 2. This is actually New York juice. So, go figure. I actually don't know what distillery this is. I guess. I mean, who's making shit old enough to put out this? I guess 4-year-old would probably be Kings County, maybe? I mean, Kings County would be old enough, and who the fuck else? I don't remember. Somebody. I'm sure the motherfuckers who make Hudson. Hudson could also be doing it. That's true. Okay. Anyway, Until next time, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to stay healthy, stay safe, stay rotten. Slancha. Wait, I already said stay rotten. I don't know how to finish this. Oh my God! I don't know how to end the stream.